Here we are getting ready to do another trenchless water line replacement. We are not going to tear up this yard. So this process is usually done by cutting 2 holes in the yard, one at the meter and one close to the house. However, in this case, 1 hole has been cut at the meter, and then we are going to go through the vent under the house into the crawl space where it's been cut, and that way only 1 hole has to be dug up. Meanwhile, under the house where the cable is emerged through the cut line, it is then looped up and out of the vent under the house, and that way we can tie on the new PEX outside the house. Here is the thingamajig that we're going to use to connect both the cable to the PEX. Basically what's happening is it is being screwed onto one end. There is a splitter involved in this, which is also attached to that device, and then we're going to clamp it to the cable that's now run through the house. Once everything is good and tight, so that nothing comes apart during this process being pulled under the house, we're going to start the pointing process, where basically we have to point at various different things to get this going. Sean's going to start us off, then Robert will point randomly, more pointing, and soon enough Gerald will get in on this as pointing. Oh, thank you, Gerald. Very important, very important. Here we go. Now we're going to unroll this to make sure that it goes under the house in a nice smooth line. Once it's all the way unrolled and unraveled, we're going to be able to pull the tension out of this. I think Sean is about to take care of that. Then we're going to take the slack out of the cable and get it ready to be hooked up to the winch.
Pull the cable. Coming to you, Tom.
Sounds like a religious statement. Coming to you, Zion.
For those not familiar, that is the sound of power. Sean is going to unravel the cable so that we can get ready to hook it up. And what are we doing today, Sean?
So what we're doing is we're pulling a water line, a new word boat, 1/4 inch without tension it. Customer called us because they had a massive water leak, and that's why we're here today, to take care of the problem.
And what's the benefit of not using a excavator to dig a giant hole?
Well, you don't have a bunch of traction in your yard. You don't have to worry about grass growing back, except one spot by the meter, which can grow back very quick.
Okay, so once the winch is attached to the cable, we're going to use raw power, or Hans as we commonly refer to him, to pull the winch and get it ripped out of the ground. Alright, Robert, what are we doing?
We're about to pull this line.
Man. What's in your hand?
With ultimate power.
Ultimate power.
With a remote.
Maximum effort.
There we go. Right. Action's all good. It won't go. We'll be all right. That looks much more professional.
And here it goes, pulling the old pipe through, splitting it as we go, replacing it with a new PEX. And here's the magic shot.
She comes.
Is that slick or what?
Yes, Gerald, that is slick. Then all that's left is to tie onto the water supply at the meter and then also under the house to reconnect everything.
That's the white pipe. Yeah. Like Noah. My fault.
Wait, I'm sorry, Sean, what was that? What did you say?
Oh, I admit when I'm wrong. You gonna tie on it?
You know about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then with cleanup in process, in this case just the one hole to fill in, these guys did a great job of putting the turf back on. So as you can see, we have one hole in the yard. Everything else was done straight through the vent under the house, leaving the yard untouched.